Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about a question that I get a lot from you guys, and it's honestly a question that I used to ask myself all the time when I first went natural, and that's, why is my hair so dry? So before we get into the video, make sure that you are subscribed. You can subscribe by clicking the red button down below. And also make sure you turn on your post notifications by clicking that little bell by the subscribe button. And by clicking that, you'll be notified of whenever I upload a new video. So if you don't want to miss more of me and my beautiful face, click that bell button down below. But getting to the video, so I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons why your hair is dry that you may not know of. And the first reason is touching your hair too much. Every single time you touch your hair with your hands, you're taking off the sebum, which is natural moisture that your scalp produces. You're taking that off of your hair. You're taking the products and the moisture that you receive from the products off of your hair, and you feel it on your hand and like that greasy feeling sometimes. You're taking that greasiness off of your hair, and your hair needs that greasiness, especially when you have naturally curly hair. You need that barrier of products on your hair to protect your hair from the elements, to keep it moisturized and to keep it supple. So when you're playing with your hair throughout the day, just idly twisting it, or maybe you're fluffing your hair out or just fussing with it in the mirror, you are taking moisture out of your hair. And the more that you do that, the less moisturized your hair is gonna be. So just try to keep in mind how much you're touching your hair and to stop it whenever you feel yourself doing it. The second reason why your hair may be dry is because you're not using enough product. Now, I know that sometimes you may be afraid that you're gonna use too much product, or you paid a lot of money for that moisturizer or that deep conditioner, so you don't want to use too much of it. But there's one thing that remains true about all natural hair, no matter what your hair type is, and that's that natural hair craves moisture. So by you not using enough product, you're not giving your hair the moisture that it needs on wash day, and then there's really no way that you can expect it to be completely moisturized throughout the rest of the week if it didn't have enough moisture to begin with on wash day. A way that you can know if your hair has enough product in it is if your hair feels saturated with the product, if you feel like every strand of your hair is getting the love and the moisture from the product that you're using. It doesn't have to be completely weighed down and white with product, but you just want to be able to feel that it got throughout the entire section. And also, applying product to damp or wet hair really helps with making sure that it's getting to every single strand so that you don't have to use half a jar of moisturizer to get that entire section coated. Now, my third reason is that you're not shampooing. And I know that kind of sounds a little weird when you first hear it, but shampoo or any cleanser, whether that's a cleansing co-wash or a clarifier, removes buildup from your hair. And if you're not getting rid of buildup when you go to apply products on your next wash day, you're just putting new product on top of old product. And if the product that you're using for moisture isn't actually touching your hair, you really can't expect your hair to be moisturized. So I like to use a cleansing co-wash for 2 wash days just to remove the majority of the buildup. And then on my 3rd wash day, I'll use a shampoo, and then I'll go back to using a cleansing co-wash. Now you can also clarify your hair, and that's going to remove 100% of the buildup. My shampoo probably removes about like 90% of the buildup, so I don't find that I have to clarify often. I do that every 2 to 3 months. But the idea is that you really just want to make sure that you're removing product buildup off of your hair strands so that the products that you're using for moisture when you style your hair next can actually get to your hair and do what you need it to do. Now, my 4th tip makes a world of difference in your natural hair regimen, and if you don't pay attention to anything that I say in this video, pay attention to this. Make sure that you're using a leave-in conditioner. Now, I know it can be very easy to skip a leave-in conditioner because it kind of feels like you don't need it. You already used a rinse-out conditioner, then you deep conditioned. Why do you need a leave-in conditioner? And especially if you're trying to save money, it can be easier to skip on the leave-in conditioner and just get the moisturizer and the styler. But a leave-in conditioner, to me, acts as a primer. It sets the foundation for the moisture in your hair, and it also preps your hair to receive the moisture from your moisturizing product. Now, there was a time where I did not use a leave-in conditioner, and I always wondered why my moisturizing cream never really moisturized my hair. It kind of just sat on top of my hair, or I just feel like it didn't do enough. And that's because I didn't use a leave-in conditioner prior to using that moisturizing product. And using a leave-in conditioner can also help your style last longer, just the way a primer does for makeup. Setting that foundation of moisture in your hair at the very beginning and not making your moisturizing cream do all the work helps your moisturizing cream to go way further than it would if it acted on its own. So if you currently don't use a leave-in conditioner but you have issues with dry hair, I would encourage you to just try using a leave-in conditioner for say 2 to 3 weeks and see if you notice any difference difference from your hair when you didn't use a leave-in conditioner compared to when you are using a leave-in conditioner. Now, my fifth and final tip is one of the most important things that you can do for your hair if you want to keep it moisturized, and that's deep conditioning regularly. As I mentioned in previous videos, a deep conditioner is the only hair product that's designed to penetrate your hair shaft and deliver moisture and other nutrients that your hair needs to be healthy and to be as strong as possible. So if you're not deep conditioning, you're not doing anything for the integrity of your hair. And if your hair isn't healthy, it's not going to hold moisture. So it doesn't matter what product you put on when you style. It doesn't matter how you style your hair or how much you don't touch your hair. If your hair isn't healthy internally, it's always going to be looking for moisture because it's not getting that deep penetrating treatment that it would get from a deep conditioner. And the reason why I didn't say that was the most important tip is because I say that in pretty much every single video, so you should know that by now. But deep conditioning is so important. If you currently aren't deep conditioning on a consistent basis but you're experiencing dry hair, start deep conditioning regularly and then come talk to me. I guarantee if you deep condition every week or 2 weeks for a month or two, you will see a drastic difference in your hair. And it's also important that you deep condition properly, because if you're not doing it the correct way, your hair isn't going to reap all the benefits from it that it can. So also check out my video on how to deep condition for longer, stronger hair. I go into more detail on how I deep condition my hair and how often I do it as well. So those were my 5 reasons why your hair is so dry. And if you guys have any questions for me or any comments at all, just leave them down below. I try my best to respond to each and every one of you guys. So if you want to communicate with me, just leave a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it and also share it just so you can help anybody else who may be experiencing dry hair. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to watch this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.